What's up, everybody? It's Pete, and this is Game 31 in my Risk Global Domination Rank Up series, where I am playing Risk on Classic Map until I rank up to Grandmaster standing. We've been going okay. I'm currently ranked a Master at 17,000. Looks like we are playing a game with 4 human opponents and 1 AI. First act is an expert ranked player. Wins just under a quarter of their games. I am in the second position. Green has a gigantic 8-person army, locking me out of a take in South America. I have a piece of Japan. I have an easy take in Northam. What I think I do is I put 2 troops here and take Greenland, put the other troop in Japan. My move will be into Peru. I'm happy with having my largest army be in Japan, because that will assist my survival into the 6th, 7th, and 8th turn, which are the crucial turns of the game. I want to have the majority of my forces as far away from everybody as possible, and you don't really get much more out of the way than Japan. The reason I moved into Peru is because I want Green to be able to get an easy take from their big army, where while still not leaving maybe these 3 units locked, so I can get some value out of them before they are eliminated. And the reason I did this attack instead of that attack is I feel like it brings me slightly closer to consolidating my armies. So I'll have 2 centers of gravity. My standard plan, 2 centers of gravity by about turn 6, separated as far apart from each other as possible, and with about 10 armies on each. Looks like I'm about to lose that piece of Africa. Peru's the bot now, so I've already kind of written off Egypt and Indonesia as not really viable for my gameplay. Yeah, third attack is an intermediate. Okay. Orange is the master, so this is the highest ranked opponent we have. And last act is yellow, who is a beginner. So yellow's going to be an interesting factor, likely in upsetting the balance of power. Beginners tend to make rash and emotional decisions, and often are the impetus for action, which is what we need in a game where, there's some decently high-ranked opponents. So, let's see, Reg, you want to give me some power? This is Reginald. He says, "You're the best at Risk." Oh, yeah. Okay, so, are you going to help me? Are you going to help me win the game, Reg? Alright, second turn. Green fails to get their easy take in Asia, which forces them to leave me open to connect. Unless they block. Okay, good for them. They block. It looks like Green and I are going to be natural enemies this game, so I'm going to put 1 troop in Japan. I'll put the other 2 troops here. I'm going to advance into them a little bit, saying, "Hey, Green, would you like to leave me alone and let me connect my armies? You can have South America. I don't really want it." Let's see what they do next turn with that information. What they should have done is they should have left Central Canada open so that I could have moved my forces into Greenland, which is actually where I want to be. Central Canada's fine, but who knows what this gigantic 11-point army of Orange is going to do. Okay, and as expected, I lost my piece of Australia. And blue is starting to look like the fish, except they have this nice bit of Madagascar out of the way that will let them be preserved for as long as possible. Orange is debating what to do. Okay, that goes there. What's purple going to do on their turn? Purple's going to take a piece of Europe, is my guess. Yeah, they're going to take me out of Iceland? Sure. Okay, so purple's on the Europe plan, or yellow's on the Europe plan. That's good. That's good to know. And they're going to lose their troops everywhere else. I might just connect through Northwest Territories next turn. Connect my armies that way, but we'll see. We'll see what makes the most sense. I don't seem to have an easy take that moves me in the right direction. Okay, Green says, fuck this battle for North America. Oh no, they're putting some troops in. They're going to get their easy take in either of the U.S. territories. Yeah, okay, fair enough. So given this information, I'm going to move into Greenland, which is where I should have been last turn. And orange really has all of its eggs in that one basket, so hopefully it gets picked off of Europe next turn by yellow. Probably gets picked off of Australia now, or in the next couple of turns. Oh no, blue is spending their Madagascar, so they don't know about my little Madagascar trick. Similar situation with Japan, right? I'm putting one troop a turn here. If I had Madagascar from the beginning, I would have done the same thing. Just put one troop there, assuming you can still get your takes, and that will allow you an out-of-the-way position to ensure your survival. Not losing is not losing, so I always worry about not just who can I take and whose cards can I get and match and so on, but I also worry about who can kill me and take me out. So, as expected, Orange makes a pretty definitive stance that they are interested in North America. I'm kind of hoping to see Orange get knocked out of some of its other exclaves because it hasn't really been adding forces anywhere. Purple does some AI bullshit that doesn't mean anything and spreads itself out. And yellow continues on Europe. So, green putting troops in Ukraine probably pissed yellow off. If green is smart, they will move this army out next turn. Let's see if they're smart. Because I'm second position, I think I'm going to hold a take on turn 5, so that I'm not forced to match early, and I'll be forced to match later than everyone else. And seeing as how my two armies are fairly separate, no one opponent can kill me in that early part of the game. Even the first matching sequence isn't enough, right? 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. I'd rather be the 15. And that way, I would have to get unlucky, or my opponents would have to collude at this point in order to take me out. So it's all about just ensuring you make it to turn 6, 7, and 8 so that you match for your second time. And then, then Bob's your uncle, right? Okay. I'm going to get that little piece of orange. I hope it doesn't piss him off too much. And I'm going to move right back to Greenland. So nothing really appears to have happened on this turn, but I'm exactly where I want to be. I even have this piece of South America still for some reason. Okay, blue matches early. Why? What are they thinking? They're thinking about taking Australia. No. Too little too late to take Australia. The 2 troops a turn, considering this game is only going to go on for another 4 or 5 turns, is not enough to justify matching early. Don't do that. He isn't even taking it. He's going to unify. Yes. Okay. That was a lot of pointlessness, but I'm glad they did it. I still think it's the correct move to hold off on my take next turn, so I'm not forced to match turn 6, and I'll do my first match turn 7 instead. And by that time, I'm sure my opponents will have fought amongst themselves a lot, whereas I'm just sitting here consolidating. Orange gets an easy take in South Africa. I'm surprised Orange has maintained as many exclaves as they have, given that they haven't really put any troops anywhere else. Orange is in the one center of gravity plan, which is fine. I wish it wasn't right next to one of my halves, but here we are. So I'm going to put 1 troop here, make it 11. I'm going to put 2 troops in Japan, make it 11. And I'm going to hold. I really can't be killed meaningfully by anyone. That doesn't mean that Orange might not do something stupid and just punch me really hard. but you never know. Okay. Yellow has successfully taken Europe. Green is looking weak. Green matches early as well. Sure. Green wants South America. No, Green wants to break Europe. Oh, this is so dumb. So, Yellow's a beginner. Yellow has worked all game on getting this continent, and as soon as they got it, it gets broken by someone. So now Yellow has a vendetta against Green. And watch and see how that plays out. I'm very excited to see Yellow get its revenge with its 4 cards. I should have moved my troops out of the way now, but here we are. Let's see Yellow punch Green really hard, and hopefully I'll be there to clean it up. Do I have a match? Yes. Finally, Orange loses one of their exclaves. They still have a teeny piece of Africa and a teeny piece of Asia. I'm feeling really good about my position. Orange would basically just have to punch my big army, which is the only sort of threat and / risk that I'm faced with at the moment. But of course they don't do that because it doesn't really advantage them. I mean, you see it all. You see all sorts of things, but right. So putting myself, okay, purple matches. Putting myself at the end of the matching sequence seemed to be the right thing to do. It's not a guaranteed in the second position. It usually is a guaranteed in the first, unless you're trying to get a take on turn 6, like as far as get a defeat, like kill one of your opponents on turn 6. Otherwise, I want to sit. I want to get the 15-point match. I don't want to get the 6, right? All right, Yellow, time to punch Green. Or do cooler heads prevail? They're going to spread and try to defend Europe, I think. Okay. They'll now get broken by the bot. Maybe Green will do it again. Who knows? I don't think Yellow stands a chance. But my take is going to be here because I don't want to even threaten them. I don't even want to appear to be threatening to them. I want to move this army out of the way. And it looks like if I get my first match immediately followed by my second match, I'll be able to kill Orange. Yellow's also looking possible as a fish. Green's also looking possible. I just really need to make sure that I'm not in a position where any one opponent can defeat me and take my cards. So this is going to be my take here into Northwest Territories. And we sit with that. And we put ourselves with 5 cards forced to match next turn at the end of the early match sequence. Which is the key to progressive, right, is the cards. So Blue has locked themselves in Australia. They are in a decent defensive position, but they're not in a good position to win the game, given that the late game, where we are right now, is a lot more about defeating opponents, taking cards, and matching than holding position on the board and holding continents. Okay, does Orange get removed from Asia? One more hit, and you're gone. No. Okay. If Orange was smart, they'd put some troops here. I guess they're matching. It's a master ranked player. Played a decent number of games. Let's see what they do. They think for a long time. Maybe they try to kill Green. I think that's what they're thinking about, if I were to guess. Put 3 troops here, match there. Yeah, you can do it. Orange can kill Green right now. Let's see if they see it. Yeah, I think they see it. No, they didn't leave themselves enough troops in Asia. They didn't see it. Oh, that's too bad. 3 cards. Match again. This is the right time for that. Well, if green doesn't get a match, then I kill them. Of course, they are going to remove me from here, so maybe I don't kill them. But if they leave me here, and they don't get a match, they'll be holding 4 cards. My match will be worth the max at 15. If they do get a match, then it puts my first match at 20, which is even better. Kind of fly under the radar all game and then strike at exactly the right time. Okay, Green's exclave has been removed. Green is only located in South America. And was Yellow allowed to hold Europe? Nice, that's good for them. That must feel really satisfying to get those extra 5 troops once. My intuition tells me that Green is going to remove me from South America now, which they absolutely need to do. Okay, but they don't match. Alright, so Green is worth 22. Oh, they don't remove me! Oh, you're toast, my friend! You are absolute toast. Sorry. 21 on 20. Do I have what it takes? I think I do. No! Oh, no! Oh, that was brutal. I can't believe it. Can't believe it. Well, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. And I just fed Green to anybody else. Probably Orange. I think Orange wins this game because of that. 21 on 20 was not guaranteed to win. Do I have a match? I don't. So that was just about the worst possible thing that could have happened. And I deserve it. Because I'm unlucky and dumb. Alright, Orange kills Green now. Takes 4 cards. Feels pretty good about that. Do they take purple as well? Probably. I think this game is over. And I think I come in second or third. But I just fed Green to Orange so perfectly. Alright, Orange, do you take purple? I think you should. Do you break Europe? They do! They break Europe! Okay! Why not piss off Yellow while you're at it? I love this. That's my favorite. Okay, so they get purple. They match again. They probably kill me now. That's what I would do. I would kill me now. So I come in 4th. Not great. I guess 21 on 20 wasn't a safe attack. Who knew? And that's the game for me, ladies and gentlemen. Orange wins easily, probably this turn. Oh, but they didn't split properly. They didn't even set themselves up to kill Yellow. Oh, I guess they will. Ah, it's close. And they don't have enough clock. Come on, you had it. 3 on 4. Good idea. It's embarrassing. What's even more embarrassing is I'm dead because I suck. So that happens too. Does Yellow have a match? If they don't, they are eaten. They don't. Blue will kill yellow and then be fairly even with orange. I think orange still wins. Blue absolutely must kill yellow now. If they don't have a match, they lose. If they do kill yellow, though, there's a potential for blue to upset. Yep, they match. They kill yellow. Good. I'm curious to see how this the late game finishes. Blue is clicking glacially slowly. They will just barely have enough time to defeat yellow if they hurry. That's 4 cards. They'll match again. Then if they're smart, they punch this big army, I think. Yeah, orange failing to kill yellow there was a mistake. And I think it might cost them the game. Punch the big army, forcing orange to match next turn while holding the majority of the board. I think orange wins this game because their click-through is faster. The late game is all about how much territory can you retake after your opponent. Also, blue will be reinforcing more and has access to an extra, decent amount of extra troops. Orange matches. Orange, you got a match. They do, okay. They invade Australia. Yes. And they also break Southam, forcing blue to be the one to match. And if blue does have it, then blue wins. It's all about the cards. Yeah, stop there. Where does the big army go here? Goes to... Oh, okay. That's actually a good move. Normally I would say don't lock your army within itself, but at this point he is interested in defending Australia. Oh, and blue doesn't match, so blue is going to get edged out. But because orange locked themselves, they won't actually be able to take retake as much of the board as possible. I love how both of these guys are like establishing position again, when the end game should just be punch, 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 punch. But maybe they don't know that. So for all of you watching and listening, the end game of a progressive game of Risk is all about how many territories you can retake from your opponent, such that you occupy the majority of the board and you force them, right, to retake back until eventually you are reinforcing far more troops than them. This is a key move, removing your opponents from pieces of the board. So orange only put 6 troops in there to go pop, 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 but what they really needed to do was not lock their army so that they could take much more of the board. So this is a kind of annoying thing for me to watch, because whereas my opponents are limited by their speed, there is a correct strategy, assuming you can just click through, and this is why playing on Steam with the animations off is essential if you are really interested in having your best gameplay. Alright, so blue's in a great spot. They're going to have 5 cards next turn. Orange is still locked, so unless orange matches, I think blue wins. If orange matches, the game continues. No match? Blue wins. Blue wins wins this game. Blue puts all their troops here. Punch, 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 punch. Finish. Hopefully they have enough clock. Because I really don't want to sit through the crackback. Please finish it now. He doesn't have the speed. That's too bad. Ah, the tedium. Please, for everyone's sake, guys, turn off your animations. Otherwise, you'll be sitting in a 60-second game like this where neither you nor your opponent can close. Yeah, this was fine. So he can't defeat them, but he forces them to match while owning most of the board. I think Orange is lost. Keep punching, keep punching, keep punching. Finish Australia, finish Australia. Good. Okay, Blue, I'm rooting for you. No match. You're dead. You got a match. Still in it? I think Orange is toast. They should be punching already, so. If they don't have a match, they don't have a match. That's the game. Mercifully, it is over. They do have a match! Well, why are you slow rolling it then? And Blue did the same thing, right? Blue didn't leave themselves in a position where their big army could retake. So it then, again, comes back to having the match on 3, which I don't think they have. I think you're like in the 30s, 30-something% to have the match on 3, maybe 40%. Holding 4 cards, it's much more likely. It's like above 70. So, what's the story? Blue, you got him or not? He does! Finally! The game is actually over. Blue retakes almost everything, if not everything. Orange will not have a match. That's the game. I am a big fat loser. Blue, you really gotta click faster, my friend. There is no strategic value left in this discussion. We are now just waiting to see how badly the loss has damaged my rank. You can see, guys, that if Blue had merely just clicked faster, he would have already won this game. But there's nothing that Orange can do meaningfully on their turn to stop them from losing now. They don't have enough cards. Blue controls most of the board, and they have 2 20+ armies, so that's that. I'm going to give these guys a good game. Nice. I like that. That was fun. That was a fun little goodbye. Congratulations, Blue. Really wish I would have come in a bit higher, but I took my risk and I lost, so that's the way it goes sometimes when you play this way. So, losing to an intermediate, master, and beginner, but defeating an expert brings me down 3,000 rank points, something like that. So 31 games, 22 wins, 9 losses. I really hope this was educational and informative and interesting. And until next time, for all of you on the path to world domination, good games and good luck.